Hey there, guys. What is going on? Sloppy here, playing some more Creativerse. And I came over to the desert because I ran out of sand. So I came over here to collect some sand. And I actually wanted to test something because I was playing an adventure this weekend. If you guys are new to the channel, on Sundays I just check out random Creativerse adventures. And I had something weird happen. And when I'm in third person, you can do this big kerplungle. You know, and you can do this big smash, and for some reason, when I went to first person, it wouldn't let me do said kerplungle. Let's just, do I want to kill a Leafy or a Dust Devil? You know what, Leafies, it's your lucky day, because I'm going to take the Dust Devil. For some reason, it wouldn't let me do it. No, you can see I'm pressing the middle button. So when you're in first person, you can't actually do that. Which I assume is just a bug. So there you go. I thought it might just be a weird adventure thing, but apparently when you're in first person, the whole smash thing is bugged. Unless it's just binded to another key, which would make no sense. But I just... Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to collect up some sand. If you guys were wondering why I'm over here, I think I already said that. But anyway, welcome back. On Twitter, I asked you guys, hey, where should I try building? I did a little poll. I talked about it in the last episode. I kind of want to start a new build, something different than what I've done before. And I sort of narrowed it down to 3 different biomes that I've never really built in. I don't think I've ever actually built in a desert either. But I just think it would be an interesting build. Desert could be cool. But I narrowed it down to jungle, savanna, I think the underground Lumite area, and something else. I can't actually remember. Now, interestingly enough, the thing that won was actually jungle. People seem pretty interested in seeing what I could build in a jungle. And we are going to talk about that in just a second. I just realized this is probably the most boring background ever for discussing things. So I'm going to pick up a bunch of sand because I'm out. And, you know, you need sand for glass and, I don't know, sand castle blocks, I assume, also require sand. Anyway, I'm going to collect up some sand. I will meet you guys over at a jungle, and we'll talk a little bit about building in said jungle. So... I love this stacking up to 999. It's such a nice change, such a crazy difference from when it used to be 99 blocks per stack. Do you guys remember that? Inventories were consistently jammed full. It is amazing. 10 times as much storage as we used to have. Plus, you know, if you get pro, you have 60 slots, I think, instead of 40. Just amazing. Anyway, we are in a jungle. Now, the poll I put on Twitter, jungle only won by 1 vote over everything else. Everything was a pretty much dead even. Jungle got 1 extra vote. And I was like, oh, okay, that'll be cool. Let me go to a jungle and try and figure out exactly what it is I'm going to do. And I came over here, and I have no ideas. The only thing I could think about for a jungle is something like this, using the jungle blocks and just doing something of this nature, which would be cool. You know, you can do little tree houses and stuff, but I just genuinely could not think of anything to build in a jungle. And I think it's important whenever you're starting, you know, some sort of new build. I think it's really important to at least start very inspired, because if you start, you know, I think if you start sort of thinking about it, you know, a little like haphazardly, I think if that's the way you're starting, then you're kind of bound for failure. Because towards the end of builds, I'm usually a little bit like, all right, I'm ready to finish this, move on to the next thing. The inspiration's leaving me a little bit. And I think if I started with that, I just don't know if there's a way I would finish the build. Which is why, and I apologize for this, I really do feel bad. I think I'm going to ignore the results of the Twitter poll. for just a bit. I do one day kind of want to build in a jungle. I do think it'd be cool to do some sort of little settlement using the wildwood blocks because they are gorgeous. But I honestly think I kind of would want to do that in adventure. Set up some sort of like fun story that takes place here. I don't know. Anyway, I am going to, while I'm over here, collect up some of these wildwood flowers from on top because they are absolutely stunning, and they're one of the few light sources in the game that don't give off that much light, and they work with leaves and stuff. So that's really cool. If you guys didn't know, wildwood flowers give off light. Give off just a little bit of light. It's like a beautiful ambient light. Come to a jungle at night and you'll just be like, oh my gosh, this is like such a beautiful ambient lighting. You know what? I'm going to show you guys right now because why not? Look at these trees. It is dark as all heck in here right now, but look at the lighting of these trees. This is why I love jungles. Just at nighttime, see, I think you could do such a cool adventure, because I think you can't lock adventures to nighttime, but you can start them in the nighttime. So if you started them at like dusk, you know, you could have a good 10 minutes of playtime with this lighting. But isn't that just the most amazing? That's why I love these flowers. I love jungles for just this view right here. Those ambient lights. Anyway, let's go to what I actually wanted to let's go start build now. English. Okie dokie. Pick up my coal torch that I was using for heating. Oh man, I am still in love with this room. Yeah, I love my storage room. I'm so happy we built it. We took the time and built it. Let's go to our new area. Bloop. Let's go to our new area. I was feeling a certain way about this specific area. Part of it was the colors. Part of it was the actual layout of the area. I just felt this was the area that sort of inspired me the most. And it is Savannah. And Savannah, this might not work out, if I'm being honest, but I love this area. I love the layout of it. We've got a little bit of a mountainous area over there. We've also got this beautiful river that runs through. And I was just feeling really positively about building in this area. I don't know what it is. We're going to move this, by the way. This is in a terrible spot. I was just really liking this Savannah. And I don't know what exactly we're going to build here. I don't know if it's going to be a really big project or a small project. I think it'll be a fun challenge to build in this palette. And I'm mostly curious about just sort of experimenting and stuff and trying to become, you know, a better builder. So when I see this area, obviously we've got a lot of yellows, a lot of browns. So we could probably use those colors to sort of accent different sections. I sort of want to set up like a workshop first thing. I kind of like this coastline. I really sort of enjoy that. So I was thinking about sort of starting our build somewhere around here. But I kind of want to be next to the river, to be honest. TBH, I kind of like being next to the river because I think this could be kind of cool. I do want to connect up the river to... what is going on? Just let me out. I do want to connect up the river to this ocean area, so I think this might be kind of a cool area to build. And, yeah. We don't have to worry too much about being attacked. The only thing is the, those guys there, the boss hogs, I think they're called. And, yeah, I'm excited about building a savannah. I would love to know if you guys, if you've built in a savannah, or even if you haven't, I would just love to know what you guys think. What blocks do you guys think work in this? There's so many blocks in this game. There are so many blocks in this game, and one thing I've learned from doing adventures and seeing other people's builds is that there are so many different block combinations that work in this game. I've seen blocks that I did not think would fit anywhere, you know, fit into builds that I'm just like, holy cow, that's amazing. So whatever blocks you think looks good in this biome, please let me know. I would love to experiment a bit. I have some ideas, and some of the ideas I had, you can see in my inventory. We're going to set up this teleporter. But I brought over some of the canyon blocks. I brought over salt rock. I was thinking some of the canyon blocks might... They're kind of like a little subdued, but they might bring a little pop of color that we can use. I'm not sure. But either way, I'm going to get a little workshop set up, and I'm just going to start bringing blocks over. I don't know if we'll really build anything today, or if I just want to place down some blocks and see what's up. But we're going to do a little bit of work here. I think I'm going to connect up this river first thing. I may even want to widen the river slightly. That would be a lot of work. Maybe I won't do that because that sounds like a giant pain in the rump. But... yeah, I'm going to connect it up. I might even shave away a little bit of this beach. Maybe. Hello. Oh, he died anyway. So yeah, I'm going to set up a little bit of a workshop for myself. There is something that affects all of us in Creativerse. No matter who you are, no matter what you're building. No matter even if you're in that weird, gross southern hemisphere. There's something that affects us all. And it is the block vote. If you guys didn't know, there's a vote going on right now. They did one before, and it decides what blocks get slopes, slabs, and stairs. Now this time, they gave us what I think is a very easy choice. On one side, we could get slopes, slabs, and stairs for Lumite walls. Look, you got a light Lumite wall, you got a Lumite wall, you got a dark Lumite wall. Wow, great. Those are super useful. Or the extremely versatile block of goo, orange block of goo, and purple block of goo. Now, what might interest you? Blocks of goo, cheap. Very cheap. You can get them off of mobs. You know, you can get the goo. You can get goo off of mobs. You can go down, do some mining, and grind it out of whatever that stuff is called that you can get goo from. I don't remember. But it's in a pretty easy to mine layer. All I'm saying, blocks of glue. Simple, easy, bright colors. They allow light through them. Versatile beyond all extreme. Imagine slopes, slabs, and stairs. Also, you get a nice bounce texture. It is... by far, the clear and obvious choice in this marriage. And, as a bonus, what are we missing? Let me type goo here. If I click goo, globs of goo, stone rods, cheap, easy, delicious. Orange, you need a red pigment. Purple, you need a blue pigment. What's wrong with this picture? Yes, that is true. We do have another color of pigment. We have a yellow dye as well. When did they change it from dye to pigment? I don't remember that change. Was it always pigment? I could have sworn it was dye before. I sincerely believe if the vote goes Goo's way, we might even see whatever yellow plus green would be. A lighter green? I don't know. Maybe we'll get the yellow pigment block of goo. And what about this Lumite wall? Have you seen how expensive Lumite walls are? Let me type this in for you. Does this mean, why are the... oh, these are for a... that's for the challenge thing. I think I might do, like, one of the... it's not important. Lumite wall. What do you need? 4 Lumite. Not an easy thing to get. Not a cheap thing to get. What about dark Lumite? Oh, now you need corruption dust? What about light Lumite? Trog horns? All I'm saying... expensive. Is it pretty? Sure. Do we need slabs of it? Probably not. Go vote goo. Do the right thing. Sorry, that's all for now. Also, if you guys have never seen Goo World, Zando could really use the slopes, slabs, and stairs. Because Goo World, well, a beacon to... Goo World is a beacon of hope for everyone who wants to build something in Creativerse. You are talking millions of blocks. Millions of blocks. You know what? Let's go look at it. Because why not? Let's go look at Goo World. We are talking millions of blocks of goo being placed with no slab, slopes, or stairs. Here we are, in the beautiful goo world. Why do I care so much about this vote? Why don't you? If I choose to put my effort towards this ridiculous build, what does it matter to you? This man needs slabs. He needs slopes. He needs stairs. I mean, look at this. He replaced every block in a mountain biome with a block of goo, and it looks crazy cool. I mean, look at these trees. Look at these palm trees. That's what, I don't know. Is that what they're called? Palm trees? They look like palm trees. Absolutely stunning. So go do the right thing and vote goo. Because let's face it, Lumite is lame. It's fine. It's just very expensive and I hate going with corruption. But goo is pretty cool. So, there. Well, alrighty then. I've been trying to widen this out. Water, man. Water in Creativerse. It is always a finicky problem. But either way, if we get back a little bit, you can see it looks a lot better connecting up. I think it'll be pretty cool. We'll fix that up over time. Sort of with the water stuff, a lot of the time I'll do little sections of it and then more or less like wait a day or two, because sometimes the server sort of updates and a lot of this gets corrected. I don't know if you guys have tried filling in water, but occasionally it just sort of behaves funny. Anyway, I don't have a ton of time left today because it is Tuesday morning right now. When I'm saying this, it is 9 a.m., so I want to get this up in the afternoon, and my computer takes forever to render. It's 8 years old, so, you know, it's still running, which I guess is impressive. Anyway, I was trying out some blocks. The smooth sandstone. I completely forgot that it just looks like sand, and I'm not sure why I would use it instead of sand, if I'm honest, if we put sand next to it. Oh, it's a little bit smoother. Okay, yeah, I see it. Sorry. That's on me. I thought it was just the sand texture. It's a little bit smoother than the top of the sand, I guess. So that's smooth sandstone. That might be kind of a nice, like, texture block. Anyway, we got the sandcastle wall, which will probably be pretty prevalent. I haven't built with it a ton, but I really like the way it looks. I love sort of the cobbled together vibe of it. And it looks really nice next to the yellow of the savanna grass. So we might use this quite a bit. I don't want to use it stacked next to itself like this. You can see like this, I find it's a lot. But I think in smaller doses as columns or something. Guy just really wants to be involved in the video. Sandcastle wall's gorgeous. This is the sandstone from canyon biomes. I don't know why I was looking around like, oh, a canyon biome? Like over there? No, I don't know. That's sandstone, which looks blasé. Back here, I did a few more. The other canyon blocks, I think the dark sandstone, canyon stone, is way too dark. I think the only way it can work is maybe like in a wall as like a little splash of color, but I think it's a bit too dark for general use. I just tried stone and wood over here. I really don't like the way stone looks. That gray is just too standoffish in this color. Cragwood probably won't work either, but yeah, though probably elderwood, like the darker woods. I was looking at these trees; they're quite dark. Parchwood. So, anywho, these two blocks here, I think look okay. The red could probably do splashes. I think this canyon stone doesn't look terrible. It also might work as sort of like a path block. No, the top of it's a little bit dark, actually. Maybe. In the ground, we've also got some detritus, which I think could actually look good as some sort of path block. Maybe as like, it kind of looks like where people have been walking over a lot. The salt rock looks okay. It's a little pinkish. Again, I think in small splotches, it could probably be quite nice. So that's good. I'm not entirely sure what colors are working here. Obviously, the yellowy blocks kind of work, but I would love to hear what you guys think for blocks that fit into Savanna Biome. Because looking through the different categories, if you go to build, they're sort of labeled. I've unfavorited every one of these blocks. Every time I clear my favorites list, they all just come back in like a week or two. I don't know if you guys are having the same issue. Every time I favorite a block and then unfavored it, it'll be back there soon. So anyway, yeah, wood. I don't know if wood will work. Let's just like try some of these. Yeah, you could probably use wood as some sort of build texture. It kind of matches the edge of the savanna grass, which is probably why I don't like it. I think it would look very bland in general context, but looking through the rest of these build palettes, I'm really not sure what'll look good. I think the gray is a little bit too off-tone in this biome, just because there's no other gray, so it just looks so out of place. Grecian, probably not. Adobe is a maybe. Some of these blocks might look okay here. What I was really thinking is Desert Villa. Wow, they changed the name of these. That used to be called Rustic, did it not? No, maybe not. Desert Villa. That's different, right? Bungalow, Industrial. Rustic's down here. Rustic blocks I think will look good, like the weathered wood wall. It's kind of the darker wood, similar to the parch wood. Looks okay. That's definitely a new name, right? Desert Villa. But I was thinking like the iron stuff might look good because it looks a bit rusted, and I think that might look all right. But before I really do any building, I would love to get your guys' opinion on what sort of block style you would think would look good in Savannah, or looks good in Savannah. So please leave those in the comments down below. I've actually been doing quite a bit of work this episode, gathering materials and whatnot. So I'm going to end it there for today. All comments would be appreciated. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. All that jazz. And I am really excited to get going in this savanna biome. I don't think this is going to be a huge build, but just sort of something. I kind of want to push myself creatively. And this definitely, I'm already sort of feeling good about it. I like where I am. You know, I like this setting. It's very different. It's very sort of, it feels very rural. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but it feels like I'm just completely different. It's sort of African-esque, sort of the savannah. I don't know. It just feels cool to sort of be in a completely different, no mountains or anything. It's like hot weather. I don't know. It just feels cool to be somewhere different palette, different mindset. So anyway, let me know what you think of those comments down below. Subscribe for more, all that jazz, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao!